Dealing with feelings in early recovery. Most people in early recovery are overwhelmed by the depth and intensity of the emotions they are feeling. You feel intensely high on life, then the next moment or the minute you feel the depths of despair. This phase of deep and overwhelming feelings is often described as an emotional roller coaster. This roller coaster is because your feelings seem to be all over the place. One moment, you feel like you are on top of the world, unbeatable, invincible. Then you are feeling drained and wondering if clean and sober life is worth the pain and the struggle. Remember that recovery is not a race. There should be no timetable. I'm going to discuss what I feel are the top emotions that could trigger a relapse or a very weak recovery. The first emotion is the most powerful one, and that would be anger. You need to ask yourself, how do I deal with anger now that I am clean and sober? Most likely you stuff your feelings out of fear. The important thing to remember here is that you decide how you will behave. There are only 3 primary feelings that trigger anger. The first one would be hurt, followed by fear, along with the feelings of injustice. Only 1 or 2 or all 3 of these feelings will create angry feelings. For more on anger, visit my video on anger management. Fear is very common in addiction recovery. It can keep people trapped in their addiction. They can see how much their substance abuse is destroying their life, but the idea of leaving their misery behind most often frightens them. This is because they are very familiar with their lifestyle, even if it is far from perfect. People who are trapped in addiction can often feel that this is the best they can expect. They are frightened by the lifestyle changes, mainly a new life that may be full of boredom and unsatisfying. Number 3, dealing with guilt and shame in addiction recovery. Guilt and shame are some of the biggest obstacles and relapse triggers in addiction recovery. Especially when you're new to recovery, feelings of embarrassment and shame can be devastating, often paralyzing. These feelings also feed the cycle of addiction. Learning to cope with these feelings is an integral part of the healing process. Number 4, dangers of addiction recovery. Loneliness is a dangerous emotion to those who are recovering from addiction. Feeling alone or isolated from the rest of the world is an overwhelming feeling that may consume you and ultimately lead to the urge to pick up a drink or a drug. Those who are attempting recovery will also be giving up their social network and having to build a new replacement network. Remember that sobriety is a journey, not a destination. Although the intensity of the feelings you are experiencing, early recovery will pass. Sobriety is about learning to live life without picking up a drink or a drug, no matter what happens. Recovery is a journey, not a race. Find what works best for you and remain committed to your recovery. Good luck and believe in yourself. For more videos on recovery, please visit www.drivethru-therapy.com.